Is the happiness over now, guys? Is the suffering gonna start now? Shall we begin our investigation then? I'm acquainted with Hermes, of course, but only as a visitor received by the chief overseer of Elpis. Of the man himself, I know only that which is common knowledge. Thus it suggests we fall back on the tried and true method of conversing with the locals. The observers who lived here can surely tell us more of Hermes and Meteon, and have a good idea of where we might begin. I'm not okay. See you the woman standing in front of your building? Her name is Ismene. She is the one who made arrangements for my stay in Elpis. From what I recall, she has held her position here for quite some time. Chances are she can provide us with some insight. What are you doing, Argent? Go and ask her questions. I will help you with drawing out answers, if need be, but I'll leave the choice of topic up to you. Okay, cool. Hi there. Questions for me? Well, I suppose I have no other pressing duties at the moment. Flying went kind of okay. Sure. Let's question her. Greetings, Ismene. My friend here is desperately curious about Chief Hermes, and I was wondering if you might indulge her. Certainly, Mistress Bennet. Anything to be of service. What do you wish to know? What are his interests? His interests? Well, he's an authority on flying life forms and an expansive knowledge of living creatures in general. Is that what you wish to know? How would you describe him as a person, as a colleague? He's a quiet man, reserved, you might say, and occasionally somewhat poor with his choice of words. His reticent nature, however, does not prevent him from carrying out his duties as chief overseer. I hope that answers your question. Was there anything else? No, how long has she been here? Babe. Stop it. I cannot rightly say, as the chief's personal creation, Meteon has not been subjected to observations and study like other concepts. So one day she was simply there, and what do you make of her abilities? I understand that she is a highly unusual familiar, able to read emotions and communicate directly with one's mind. Exactly how she was created with that talent, however, is a mystery to me. My apologies, I wish I could explain her nature in more depth, but I've not had occasions to discuss it with Chief Hermes. I don't think that "do you trust him" is gonna bring me any informal information. So would you like to know him better? A chief may not be the most gregarious individual, but he engaged with us as if necessary for everyone to perform their duties. I wouldn't want to intrude upon his privacy for the sake of curiosity. Though if you wish to learn more about Meteon, you could try speaking with Timaeus, another expert on the creation of flying concepts. He should be conducting his observations on the banks of the stream, somewhere to the east. Oh, and unless you take a particular joy in rambling discourses, I suggest you keep your questions concise. We shall keep that in mind. Thank you for your patience and your insight. Think nothing of it. If there is any aught else you need during your stay, please do not hesitate to ask. Come next. I think we've taken enough of Ismene's time. Ay. Okay, we gotta go. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Our investigation is off to a fine start, wouldn't you agree? From here, I propose that we split up. I shall continue making inquiries of the residents' observers. If you could track down a colleague Ismene mentioned. While I did feel compelled to interject once or twice during that previous conversation, You seem more than capable of drawing for the answers you seek. All I ask is that you watch your footing around the stream. You can be back here once you finish speaking of this Timaeus. Sure, where's Timaeus? He's over there. I gotta go, Argent. Bye bye. Geronimo! Is he on this side or the other side of the... Is he down there? No, that's someone else. He's over there. Hello. Yes, I'm Timaeus, but please keep your voice down. You stole the birds. Yeah. Let's start the questioning. So what is you wish to speak about? Is it true you're an expert on flying creatures? What do you think of Chief Hermes's... Yeah, this one. Chief Hermes's work. A worthy subject, indeed. Those beings which soar through the clouds, majestic and graceful, are ever a favorite of creators. Even now, with so many varieties in existence, the flood of newly imagined concepts continues unabated. What sets the chief creations apart, however, is how they benefit from his boundless knowledge of the celestial realm. Birds that climb so high that they disappear from view, others which traverse the countless sky in moments, and all without riding the current. I know of none save he who can conceive such marvels. Even we who prize elegance of form above all else are dumbfounded by his genius. Median too is a marvel, then. My opinion on that matter would be superficial at best. Despite my admiration for Median as a concept, I have never delved deeply into her inner working of her nature. I know that she has a gift for communicating via emotions, but otherwise, her abilities are a mystery to me. If Chief Hermes should choose to submit Median's concept... Sorry. If Chief Hermes should choose to submit Median's concept to the Bureau of the Architect, then will the design be registered for public scrutiny? Analyzing a colleague's creations before that step is frowned upon, to say the least. Of course, if he came to me, a fellow artisan, looking for advice, that would be an entirely different story. I could tell you... no. Do you know of Dynamis and Entelakis? Dynamis and Entelakis? Those terms do sound vaguely familiar. Was there not a flower made here in Elpis which exhibited properties of one or the other? It must have been centuries since I last heard anyone speak of such things. Has there been a resurgence in interest? Hi Benjamin, how you doing? Then why bring up the subject? I'm flattered that you sought my insight, but I cannot afford to neglect my duties for the sake of idle chatter. Now I really must return to my observations. Surely you have your own tasks to attend to? Hi cutie. You wanna come here? What is that? Hi bird. You wanna... Oh god. Good job, babe. Good job. You're so glad that nobody saw that, huh? Say hello to chat. Baby boy is here. He's saying hello to everyone. Mwah. He's gonna sit on my lap now. Okay, we have to go back. That was like absolutely not insightful, to be fair though. That told us nothing, only that apparently people are not aware of Dynamis. Which, to be fair, was something I expected. Like if even Emmett wasn't aware of it properly. Are you staring at her butt? That is very rude, sweetheart. Sweetheart, that is very rude. You can't just stare at people's butts, you know? Back already? That was quick work. You were obviously clever enough to head off any of that rambling Yasmin mentioned. So have you any new findings to share? None. If we're being completely honest, none. I see. Even an expert in the field had little understanding of Median's capabilities. let alone an awareness of dynamism. My question resulted in much the same answers. Hermes' colleagues view Medion as his personal project and can provide no detail beyond those which you just told me. Which leads me to believe that the only person with any significant knowledge of Dynamis is Hermes himself. Yes, we've made some progress here, but more information is needed if we are to reach any definitive conclusions. Should we just go and ask him? But it didn't come out of nowhere. They just told us that it's like 2/3 of the universe is made up on Earth. I see it kind of like the live stream, like that concept, and how that is like giving like powers. Like I think Ether is just like a more denser version of it that you can like actually manipulate, and Dynamis is something more of like gassy, something you can't really touch. That's how I understand it so far. At present, the strongest link we have to the final days is the power of Dynamis, and the Antelekis which can control it. Yet most scholars are only vaguely aware of these terms, let alone study them in any depth, except for Hermes, it seems. Thus I'm inclined to stay our current course and learn all we can about the chief overseer and his familiar. And on that subject, was there aught else of note you can tell me about Meteon, aside from their unorthodox method of communications? They are more like her. Yeah, she has sisters. Yeah, this one. I rather wish you had mentioned that earlier. In any event, would you care to elaborate? I can't elaborate further on this because this is all I know. So, these siblings of hers now travel the great expanse in search of deeper meaning. Well, thank you. Though the mystery at hand remains unresolved, I feel you've touched upon a vital clue, one we should keep in mind as we continue. Next, I propose that we ourselves to Peripateia crystalline, not far from here. Just follow the path to the west. Okay, sure. Can I get back my 2 paws though? Nothing against you, sweetheart, but like, can I get my boys back? Like, we had a little boys trip here, and we were... Look at the fat cat. Oh my god, it's my cat. My cat was created here. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I do see that comparison. To be fair, I don't think that the power of waking is, how to explain that? It's like something... It's like more like determination somehow? I think, than actually like a power like, you know, the other powers that are there in Kingdom Hearts. It's more of like... Because like, Sora can't really wield it either. So... It's a weird concept. This tower and the one further along are both part of Peripateia Crystalline, the facility where they archive all of Elpis' observational and tasking records. Despite how they appear from the outside, the interior is actually a vast area of magically interconnected spaces which, while fascinating, is not the reason we are here, is it? I shall cop my architectural lesson short and see what those 2 archivists have to share. If you could find someone to speak with while we're at the tower, I shall join you there, Anan. Okay, so I just have to go further. Okay. Bye! I'm gonna go to the other tower. They do sometimes get a bit tired depending on the game. But it's fine. Usually it's okay. You have questions for me? I certainly. Just a moment while I conclude my current appointment. Is the limit bar Dynamis? Who said that? Couldn't it be technically ether flow? Indeed, so if you could provide a comprehensive log of those behaviors, we should then have sufficient data for our official records. Now, what was it you wished to speak with me about? A chief overseer's personal research project? And by that I assume you mean media? Such undocumented studies are difficult to track. After all, hardly a day goes past without seeing a researcher trailed by one creation or another. I'm afraid I cannot tell you exactly when Median appeared. Only that she now spends much of her time at the Chief Hermit's side. Although, I do recall an interesting tale my dearest Galeen shared with me. Galeen is my partner and a fellow researcher here in Elpis. She was returning late one night when she caught sight of Chief Hermes sending media in Heaven's Sword. When she caught sight of Chief Hermes sending media in Heaven's Sword, a host of them. For several days, she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she had ever witnessed. Was that the start of the doom? The thing is, like, I had a job where I had to, like, talk 8 hours a day, so I think I'm used to it. All I can, like, tell you is drink enough while you stream, and read text, and drink tea. Those are, like, the two things, but, like, I do get it at the end of the stream sometimes that I'm, like, a bit tired, but, like, I usually don't have any issues with my voice if I'm not getting sick. For several days, she would speak of that scene with wonder, describing it as one of the most beautiful spectacles she had ever witnessed. That sounds like a story I should like to hear. Mistress Vana, I thought you had already returned to the surface. Permit me to thank you again for your invaluable contribution to our concept placement proposal. Pray do not mention it. As you say, my original plan was to leave after that task. I have since become engrossed with Chief Hermes' research. Would you favor me with a telling of the sight which so delighted your Galeen? Of course, or you could hear it from her lips directly if you prefer. At present, you should be observing a subject in Metabusius' telecide. She does enjoy her time there, watching the sea creatures hunt and play, gazing upon the salty waters of the world's oceans, recreated in such sublime detail. Why did I say that so weirdly? I pronounced that so weirdly. I imagine you must find similar joy in indulging your boundless curiosity, Mistress Vanal. Even though such pursuits must continually and regretfully delay your return to the star. Indeed they do. This is a rest well deserved and long overdue, I should think. How greatly have we prospered for the wisdom you accumulated during your travels as a Zam. And what would Elpis do without your earlier academic work? The theories you developed served as the basis of many techniques still in use today. Man is a creature of a contemplation, but not an embodied in nature with as much enduring passion as you. I dare say there is not a soul alive more worthy of a return. Did you just tell her she should go and die? Because she deserves to rest? She could just take a nap and rest like that. I shall rejoice the day you depart on your final journey. I will be honored. Wait, what you doing? Honey. Look. What is it? What is it? What do you see? It's a door. A simple door. Well, shall we take this opportunity to meet with Galeen in person? Sure. Let's meet that woman. Then allow me to reconfigure the door to the archives here. I will take you up to the Skyway and spare you the need to avoid hostile concepts on the ground. That would be most helpful, thank you. What are you staring at? What is this? Just a chunk of your fur. Just a chunk of your fur. Okay, let's go up. I've opened the path to the skyway. Once you pass through the doors, simply walk straight across the next tower and ask for admittance to the upper tier. Upon arriving at the upper tier, walk straight across the skyway and you will find yourself at the entrance to the Metabosis Telesite. Galeen will be eager to share her tale with you, I'm sure. Chat? You have to help me with the instructions. I'm terrible at instructions. I go in? Yes. Was that right? Was that wrong? Wait, was I already in? I was already in. Wait. Look, I'm terrible at directions, okay? Okay, we gotta go straight ahead. Ukage, hi, how you doing, sweetie? Mr. Zuna, just passing through. Allow me to prepare the path. If you need further assistance, there's always an observer or two out on the upper skyway. Okay, instructions so far are good. Just straight ahead. Just straight ahead. I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. There is so much fog here. Like, this looks like really lifeless. I'll be honest.
I love you lots
Thank
and lots
you for
and
your
lots.
follow, Volux. Welcome. Hope you're doing fine. Dip, 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 da, da, dip, dip. You got a question? What's your question?
I love you lots and lots and lots.
Thank you for your follow, Cafe. Welcome. Hope you're all doing fine. Mr. Zvena, I was not told to expect we would have prepared an official welcome. Please, there is no need for fanfare. I only wish to speak with Galeen. That might be arranged. Yes, Galeen, of course. I will inform her immediately. But she may be engaged in a testing phase. It could be in for something of a while. To let her know your business is urgent? That won't be necessary. This lovely view will... I just looked out of there. It looks lifeless. What do you mean, this lovely view? We keep us occupied until she is ready to receive us. Is he afraid of bats? Is that true?
A delightful breeze and a breathtaking view.
Slugman sounds like a terrible superhero name. The thing is, like, I despise spiders, so I would be Spider-Man, Spider-Woman, I don't know, that already exists.
What is it like in the future? Is the world still a beautiful place?
You could say that. Look, I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna say as beautiful as ever. I'm not into the sea comics, so that's why I don't know.
I swear I could hear the glimmer in your eyes and the adoration in your voice. While we wait, will you not tell me about your adventures?
They make me get PTSD from the song. Seriously.
Well, not the portentous events which led you here, but the simple delights all your own. By learning about the future world, I may gain insight into future me's plans. But more than that, I have an interest simply as a fellow traveler. Short of going somewhere oneself, There's naught more stirring than hearing another's account.
Can I tell her about the nice travels I had? The way I'm just like, yeah, and then I hit them. In all my glory. And then there's this dude, Zenas, he's kind of like obsessed with me. He doesn't know fucking personal space. He's like not...
Incredible. Would that I could have been there to see it. Yours is a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet in spite of this, your brethren hold fast to their virtue. To know that the light of mankind's potential still shines, even in that faraway place, it gives me
She's telling
heart.
about Hildebrand, sure. I'm sure she does.
Thank you for regaling me with your tales. I will treasure every word. As you know, I was once a scholar. And among other things, I sought to understand the workings of the world. What exactly is ether? How formed the laws of nature? Whence sprung mankind? Riddles and mysteries beyond counting. Over the years, I have managed to find answers to some few of them. Yet rather than attain a sense of mastery, the more I understood, the more I came to hold the world and its miracles in awe. We too are miracles, each and every one of us, born of the warm breath of life that traverses the heavens, swirling through eternity. When I fully grasped the improbability of our existence, nothing felt impossible anymore. If it could be imagined, it could be done.
Yeah, maybe that's the problem, huh? Maybe not everything should be done that can be imagined.
A passion swelled within me, an epiphany dispelling all preconceptions of what was natural and true. And a presence without, immense yet intimate, fate perhaps, holding us in its tender embrace. As reassuring as it was intimidating, how keenly aware I became of creation's fragility, built as it is upon precarious happenstance. I was overcome with an irrepressible urge to know the world more intimately, to hear its voice, feel its breath.
I love
I
you
ventured
lots and
forth
lots
on
and
a
lots.
journey that very day, so very long ago now.
Thank you for your follow, Warmonger. Welcome. Hope you're doing fine.
Freed from presumption and prejudice, I saw the world through a newborn's eyes. Everything fresh and new, and so beautiful. Lands that stretched on forever. Skies one could drown in. The heartbeat of nature, silent yet strong. And amidst it all a people. Beacons of light and life. Laughter that warmed my heart like naught else before. They are my meaning, and my purpose, my love.
I'm having the talk with Vanna? The talk? So far we're
And so
just
long
being
as they need
happy.
help, I cannot return to the star. Perhaps my future self is still waiting for it. The moment she can let go and walk unto the end. Safe in the knowledge that man will find his own way. You who are our future. Tell me this, and tell me true. Has your journey been good? Has it been worthwhile?
I saw a lot, and I lost a lot, so... But I also, like, get to know a lot of people. Like...
Pray forgive my lateness.
Like, I think, like, this is such a hard question to ask. Because obviously, like, your first instinct is like, nah, I suffered, so this was shit. And it wasn't worthwhile. But, like, if you, like, look at it, it's like, if we would have not gone through all of the things we went through, we would have, like, not met the people we know now. We would, like, not have the bonds we know now. Maybe, like, there would not be anyone who would, like, save the world. Maybe there would be someone else who would, like, stepped up and saved it. But, like, who knows? And, like, I think, like, every action happens for a reason. So I wouldn't say, like, it's black and white and it was a good journey, it was, like, a terrible journey. It was a journey worth having. I think that would be, like, the best answer. Like, if I could be able to answer her, that would probably be the answer I would give her. Because it was neither of those two, but it was definitely worth having.
My observation subject was rather irritable, and it took a while to settle it down.
No need to apologize. Your work takes precedence. Besides, we had a pleasant conversation in the meantime.
It was a pleasant conversation indeed.
You're too kind. Now then, I'm told you wished to ask me some questions.
Indeed. I've an interest in one of Hermes' creations. Meteon. You witnessed a host of them take flight, yes?
Oh, that! Yes, I did. 'Twas in the dark of the morn. I'd left the Thalassai after nocturnal observation. As I walked along, I spied a bright light climbing high into the southeastern skies. Then, in an instant, it was gone, like a shooting star, only rising rather than falling. But then another shot up, then another, and another. Intrigued, I made my way to the edge to investigate.
How many did he send up into the flight?
And who should I spy on an isle to the south but Hermes and Meteon, the Metea, rather. There were lots of them, and I realized they must be the shooting stars that I'd seen.
I think we might be too late to avert the crisis. Because I think that was the
Dazzling
start of the
spectacle
crisis.
indeed. Have you spoken with Hermes about this?
Oh, yes. The sight left such an impression on me that I approached him about his mystery project the very next day. Alas, he said that he couldn't reveal anything just yet, that he needed to conduct further tests. It shouldn't be long now, though. He often returns to that isle, and I have a feeling he's nearing a breakthrough.
I think he is nearing a breakthrough regarding his own feelings.
Splendid. We are likewise eager for the details.
Hi, Cafe.
Well, that is all we wish to ask. Thank you for taking the time to indulge our curiosity.
I'm liking getting my heart shattered. if that's
You're
answer
very
enough.
welcome. It's always a pleasure to speak with other inquisitive souls. Oh, and will you be descending now? If so, I shall link the doors for you.
Please.
Oh my, oh my. That for sure was a conversation. So another piece of the puzzle falls into place. From what we've learned thus far, I think we can safely conclude that Hermes hasn't been revealing the details of his research to others, which suggests that either someone will appropriate his discoveries and make use of them, or that Hermes himself will have a hand in causing the final That is what gives me the feeling too, yeah. Since we have no reason yet to suspect the former, we should consider the latter the more likely possibility, proceeding under the assumption our next step should be to divide why, or even if he might desire such a terrible fate for our star. I don't think he did it willingly. Most likely because he took the seed of Fandaniel, didn't he? Or was he gaslighted? No, he couldn't have gaslighted us because... Or could he have? Could he have never taken the seed of Fandaniel and just like regained his memory?